To another session on marketing strategy. Today we will be going to have interesting discussion on Amul as a case. And why it is interesting, because all of you know Amul is a brand which started in 1946 by Bhuvan Das Patel. And currently if you see the Amul's turnover is 90,000 crore, which is 11 billion US dollar. They have employees 1,000, but as you rightly said, it's higher. They are a cooperative farmer, so they have got 4 million farmers. So basically, that is their revenue model. Through farmers, they earn their revenue. Amul is a fantastic brand, one of the best multinational brand which has been created from India. And when I talk about Amul, my memory goes back to the White Revolution, and the father of White Revolution, as you know, Dr. Verghese Kurian. So we have created finally a fantastic multinational brand which all Indians are proud of. And this company, today's specific focus is on how Amul become one of the best brands in the entire world to produce the fantastic results during COVID, during the lockdown period, when every other brand was going inside the cocoon and playing defensively. This is the only brand which was playing very interestingly, very aggressively, capturing not only the market share, but also giving a lot of revenue back, profit back to the farmers. So we will talk about the learning of this particular case at the end. Let's start the case. Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Amul started in 1946, and they were doing fantastically well. White Revolution and all those things which we talked about. The competitive advantage is very interesting to see. As you rightly said, their trust is tremendous. People, customers, farmers, employees, everybody feel very happy with the brand. So it is one of the trusted brand, not only in India but also in abroad, because they not only play their brands in India but also abroad. They sponsor a lot of cricketing teams in international arena. They also sponsor a lot of sports teams from other areas. So this is truly a multinational brand. So the brand trust is tremendous with Amul. The second one is the farmers' loyalty is also tremendous. Just imagine a brand which is cooperative in nature and has become multinational. So they have traveled a long distance. And what is the revenue model? They collect milk from 4 million farmers, and everybody is having a stake in the company. So that's an interesting model. And third, which is very important point, they have got cost leadership. Their products are fantastic quality-wise, but they charge very less because their objective is to serve the country simultaneously and for the farmers. And when you talk about cost leadership, you will talk about Michael Porter's generic competitive advantage. A company can become leader in the market, as per Michael Porter in competitive advantage theory, which is generic competitive advantage. A company can become leader in the market through 3 things: cost leadership, product differentiation, and focus. And if you talk about Amul, it is not only a leader in cost, but also product differentiation is tremendous. For every category they have a product in dairy category. And focus is tremendous, Amul, over the period of time. And they are the founders of White Revolution. Now, let's start and make inroads into the case. 24th March 2020, the lockdown was announced by Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, and after that everybody has gone into panic. Not only people are afraid of COVID and life loss, but also people are losing their businesses. They have gone into the cocoon. They have become more defensive. Companies have cut employees. They have cut the supply chain management, distribution. Everybody has become defensive. But this is the only brand which was offensive and winning the market. Now, if you look at the Indian industry loss during those times is 10 lakh crore. And putting it in Indian national rupee, the dairy industry was having a loss of 113 crore per day. I mean, just look at the numbers. But Amul during this time has a surplus of 698 crore. That was quite a revenue gain during the difficult time. Now, during that time also, lockdown time, they have introduced 33 new products into the market. That's quite an achievement. When everybody was cutting the existing one, they have gone ahead and launching 33 new products. Their additional milk procurement has gone up by 35 lakh liters. And they have also earned 800 crore and they paid as extra amount to the producers, to the farmers. So these are all quite achievements. Now, you must be thinking, how come when everybody was struggling in the market, Amul as a brand has been able to achieve this? Now, what's your answer? Yeah, what's your answer? Abhinav, what's your answer? Sayan, Samapika, Ayush, Raja, what's your answer? Now, the answer lies in very interesting point. And what is the point? The point is, the first point for this unbelievable achievement is outstanding supply chain management. How they have managed. So if you talk about the achievement, extraordinary supply chain management. Now what they did in supply chain management, just go back to the days of 2020, the lockdown period. One, people are not coming out of their home because of fear that they will die. Employees are not being able to, having that mobile, from place to place because they are also scared. Companies have asked employees to work from home. In some of the cases, companies have been closed. Some of the cases, companies asked their employees to even leave the organization because, working capital was a tremendous issue. So there was a chaos, complete chaos around the world. And India as a country has handled the situation very, very well because we have 150 crore population. It's not an easy job for a country to handle such a population. And on the top of that, our density was very high. So what Amul did is basically, they are lucky that they fall into the category of essential food category. So with some restrictions, they have been allowed to distribute their products across the country. What they did, because there were lack of laborers and issues, so they have not chosen the normal transport ways to send across the country their products. So what they choose, they have avoided the road transport and they've gone to the railways, right? So railways are very cost effective. Number one, no issues because people involvement is less. Unloading, loading and all those things is mechanical, technical in nature, mechanical in nature. So they have preferred railways. So through railways, they have distributed their products across the country. You won't believe restaurants, hotels, catering units, all have been closed because these are all human intensive industry, labor intensive industry. So during that time, what happened? These restaurants, hotels and catering units contribute 20% to the dairy industry. So, this 20% was a pressure and the dairy industry revenue was going down by 10 to 12% those times. So now, when everything was going down, Amul, I really pay my tribute to the managing director that time, Mr. Sondi, who has taken a very, very aggressive step. They have been, able to smell the change in consumer behavior. So when crisis comes, they have seen that is a change in consumer behavior. So what is that? Because during the lockdown, everybody has gone inside, indoors. So what happened? Everybody in the family stayed together. So they have got more opportunity, more time for food preparation because food taking, outside food was an issue. And involving people in the delivery was also an issue. So what they have done, people have started preparing healthy food inside the home. That is number one. Number two is the consumption of some of the things like dairy products have gone up, tremendously gone up because now people have stayed indoor, so they are more health conscious. They are more innovative in preparing the food because healthy food has to be there to fight this particular issue. So what happened? These things have given rise to the tremendous consumer behavior change. So what happened? Amul has taken a leadership, and what they did is not only they used the rail network to distribute the product, but also they have a collaboration with IBA. This was happened in 2009. So they were trying to build their network, IT network, of tracking how much stock, what is the idle capacity, what is the use capacity, where which product is moving how fast. So they have collaborated with IBM, and that project was 80 crore. They have invested. So what happens? This is one of the learning. In difficult times, good leaders, they basically see changes and take actions. But if you see great leaders, they embrace the opportunity. They convert challenges into opportunity. You see. So they are such futuristic leaders. 2009, they have a collaboration with IBM, and they are building their networks. So what happened when they have used railways for supply chain management? Now they have got this collaboration in place. So it has exactly given them the numbers, whereabouts, how your stock is moving, how your people is moving, how your labor is moving, how your products are moving, which product is staying idle. Like that time, dairy product like milk, cheese, these consumption has gone up like 100%. And their plants are used to the optimum capacity. So what they did, but some of the product like ice cream and others, it was going down. So this software has told them exactly what is happening in the industry. So what happened? Amul, if you look at the network, Amul has got 18,700 societies, 5,000 milk tankers going to 200 chilling stations every day, 10,000 distributors, 1 million retailers, and 4 million farmers. That is the size of Amul's operation. Just imagine how difficult it is to manage the supply chain management if you don't include IT infrastructure. Thank God they have a collaboration with IBM. This has helped them a lot during the difficult times because they have got the exact data. Now, so what we will do is that we will erase a little bit and then we will take it forward. Shall I erase it?
Yes, sir.
It's okay, na? Okay. Okay. So we are coming to the interesting phase where we will see and sum up the case. Now, how this fit was achieved by Amul when everybody was in issue, but Amul was doing very well. So how Amul has been able to turn around the situation? So the first one is idle capacity utilization. Right? So that was possible through this particular software. And then they have also arranged cattle feed because you need feed for the production of milk. So they have helped farmers through cattle feed also. Amul also used third-party e-commerce site, right? Third-party e-com sites. For example, Big Basket, Dunzo, Flipkart, and they have used also Swiggy and Zomato. And you won't believe how much orders they have got during this lockdown. 60,000 orders, 3 crore rupees. And just imagine. So first is they have utilized the idle capacity and their plant utilization was 115%. Just imagine. They have not only used their plant to the maximum, but they have also taken help of those dairy companies whose plants were struggling to fulfill the demand of the market. Now, it's very interesting. And another interesting point, the aggressive strategy is the fourth one. Amul has invested 316% in their advertisements. And what happened when everybody has gone indoors? So the Doordarshan has started the Ramayana and Mahabharata, the old epic stories. And Amul has gone up to their level of old ads to bring that nostalgia of attachment of Indian people with this, because everybody in the family is inside, grandparents, parents, kids, so everybody becomes very emotional. And Amul has taken advantage of this by putting ads, and they have invested 316% more ads. So it was flooded 10 times more than what they used to do. So these are some of the interesting strategies Amul has taken to gain that momentum. Now, what we will do is that we will go to the concluding part. And in concluding part, we will see two things. The first one is highlight of the strategy. Now, Amul has gone for a very interesting marketing strategy. So, what is the highlight of Amul's marketing strategy? So we'll see that. The first one is the extraordinary foresight of consumer behavior. So we discussed this when consumers go inside. So they have smelled that now everybody will need food, good dairy products, because they will be going to have more food and more dairy products. So this is extraordinary foresight of consumer behavior. Number two, agile supply chain management system. Agile supply chain management system. And the best one is they have used railways for their product distribution and they have a collaboration with IT, with IBM. Third one, very interesting. This one I like personally and I hope you will also like. Incentivizing staff, employees. When every other company they were asking their employees to go, this is the only company which has paid incentives to their staffs. So they have not only taken care of their cattle, farmers, distributors, but most importantly staff. And that is the same, if you treat your employees like kings, they will give you business like emperors. For example, they will treat your customers like emperors. Most of the companies have failed to do that during these difficult times. The fourth interesting part is the digital tie-up. So this is a learning during difficult times, during crisis. I think this should be a preparation for most of us, whether MSME, individual business or large businesses. There has to be digital setups because this will not only help you to detect what exactly is happening during difficult times, but also maximize your profit. So these are some of the highlights of Amul's marketing strategy. Now, what are the lessons for all of us out of this particular case? So the first lesson is good leaders, they prepare themselves to take risk, but great leaders embrace risk because they convert this risk into opportunity, and as you have witnessed in case of Amul. Right? The second one is resourcefulness is very important because you have to have optimized utilization of resources during difficult times. Whatever resources you have, like we have all factors of automation, man, money, machine, material. Right? Third one is the digital tie-up. The lesson is you should be digital savvy. Your company should be digital savvy so that in difficult times, when there is a pressure on labor and other environmental factors, this will come to your rescue. And fourth, the last and very important point, during crisis, some companies will see this as an obstacle, some people will see this as an obstacle, but the other successful companies, great companies will see this as an opportunity. Okay? So from this case in nutshell, we can understand how Amul has converted this particular crisis into opportunity through some of the innovative and unique marketing strategy. So we will stop here. Today we have discussed only one model, Michael Porter's generic competitive advantage. If you want to become a leader in the market, you have got three sources: product differentiation, cost leadership, and focus. And Amul is a classic example during lockdown 2020, how they have taken all these points and converted a great crisis into a fantastic opportunity. I hope you have enjoyed this session. Thank you very much.